Okay guys, welcome. I've gotten some requests on how I built Xin Zhao Jungle, so I'll quickly go over my runes and masteries, and after that I'll open a custom game, so I'll be able to show you what I mainly built on Xin Zhao and where I ward. Later today I'll open a bot game, so I'll be able to show you guys where I start with my jungle, what my first ganks are primarily, and what my route through the jungle is. So we'll quickly start with my runes. They're just really basic. I have 3 quints of attack speed because Xin Zhao really benefits from the extra attack speed, because in late game with all the items you'll see later on he'll be attacking at a massive speed and doing a lot of damage. That's why I start with flat attack damage, yeah marks of attack damage, just a simple seal of armors, and the glyphs of cooldown reduction. This really helps Xin Zhao early game, but also in the late game. If I'm facing a team with a lot of ability power, I might swap this out for some magic resistance runes. So that's basically my rune page for Xin Zhao Jungle. We'll quickly go over the masteries, and it's a real basic page actually. Of course, Xin Zhao Jungle, so I'll take the obvious three masteries for the jungle. I really think you can have a lot. It has more benefit to take bonus armor and magic resistance by 5% than take recovery, and of course the obvious veteran scar and juggernaut for the extra health. Then the offensive page, it's really basic. Um, well, double-edged sword, of course, because you'll be ganking a lot with Xin Zhao, and doing that extra 2% damage will really help. And most of the time you'll not be the focused one on the lane, but your laner will be focused. So it's really safe to pick this one. Um, as Xin Zhao has some abilities that buff his basic attacks, spell weaving and blade weaving is really beneficial. And well, the rest of my mastery page is simply to increase his attack damage or his magic penetration and armor penetration. So that's basically my mastery page. We'll quickly open the custom match now, and I'll show you why and how I built Xin Zhao.
To the arena.
So I always take teleport on Xin Zhao, and I might be able to show you that later on in the bot game, because well, I really feel you can do a lot more in a match if you have teleport, because well, let's take this situation. You're on the bot lane and you're trying to help, but you see your top laner is getting a massive gank and he won't survive unless you go help him. If you go back to base with home guard boots, perhaps you'll never make it in time. But if you can teleport to him, you might A, scare off the gank and they'll just back off. Okay, problem solved. Or they might engage still, and you'll maybe be able to salvage the situation by taking a kill or assist or even wiping them with a double kill. So that's why I take the teleport. So what I'll basically do, I'll max Q first in the jungle. If I'm in lane with Xin Zhao top, I'd actually max E first for the engage. But when you're jungle, I'd start with Q, so you can do the first clearance of the toad very easily, and after that, after I maxed Q, I'd max E, because E and Q are your basic damage dealers. So my build for Xin Zhao, it's not very difficult. Of course you start with Hunter's Machete, some health potions and warding totem for the early secure here. So I'd place the ward here before the minions have spawned, simply so you'll be safe from any ganks, and you can either go back or your team can join you and you can do the fight. After I have cleared my first jungle, I'll be having enough money to upgrade my Hunter's Machete to Skirmisher's Saber. The reason why I take Skirmisher's Saber is because it really enhances your ganking potential, because of the ability to actually smite the laner you're ganking, which well, does true damage to them, and you take less damage and you have vision of them, so it's really helpful, especially early game, and it helps you secure those early kills. After I finish Skirmisher's Saber, I usually go for Boots of Speed, simply so you can chase down those champions in lane. After that, I'll complete as fast as possible my Enchantment Devourer, simply because, well, A, you get a lot of attack speed, and like I said earlier, Xin Zhao really benefits from the attack speed, and you have magic damage on hit. And because of the fast attack speed from Xin Zhao, you'll be hitting a lot and doing a lot of damage. Plus, why I complete it so soon is you get +1 damage, magic damage, for every large monster you kill, or every assist or kill from a champion you take. So in the late game, this can really stack up to like 70 extra magic damage, which you can all imagine how much that'll be. After that, I'll finish my boots for the extra magic resistance and to give me some help with the slows, etc. After that, I'll either finish a Thornmail first or a Banshee Veil. It really depends on what enemy champion is doing the most damage. Or sometimes I'll just take Chain Vest and no Magic Mantle, simply to get my resistance up a bit more, and after that I finish one of the items. The choice between Banshee's Veil and Spirit Visage is quite easy. If you have an ability power champion on the enemy team that does a lot of damage with one spell, you go for Banshee's Veil. Do you have someone that just does a lot of ability power damage and doesn't have one particular ability that does that, you go for Spirit Visage and hope you dodge some of his spells. After that, Guardian Angel, and I actually take Home Guard sometimes earlier in the game, simply because I can get on places sooner and help. So that's basically my build for Xin Zhao Jungle. Then the warding, it's quite obvious and easy, I believe. Taken in account, of course, you expect your laners to ward as well, because your top laner would want to get a ward here, of course, so you have this part covered. So what I would do is put my first ward here, so you know when the enemy jungler exits from this side, and of course your mid laner, if he has any range, will ward this part and this part, simply so he's safe. That leaves either me placing a ward here or here, knowing that if he goes from here, I'll know that he'll likely go gank mid, or I'll see from the next ward I'll place here that he either goes dragon or he's going to gank bot. As bot has a support which should ward, the bot should ward here and here. So basically, if your team does that and you place your 3 wards carefully, the enemy jungler should not be able to reach one of your lanes without being seen, and giving your laners the opportunity to actually go back and save themselves. A ward at dragon is also very important, simply because of the new jungle and the dragon buffs. They can really change a match, so if you neglect to take dragon, you're really going to have a hard time. So especially when you have like a Pantheon early game, you really want to have a ward here, as Pantheon can clear the dragon real early game, so you'll be needing to be on your toes there. So that's basically it. Now you know my rune page, my masteries, where to ward, and how to build Xin Zhao with items. I'd say good luck and check out my other videos.